Joint Enterprise Data Interoperability, Jedi, is a joint staff J4 initiative. It provides a flexible means to enable interoperability between information systems that cross organizational, network, and functional domains. This presentation provides information for how Jedi works and provides a real-world example of how Jedi can support an enterprise supply chain management scenario. Interoperability is a basic warfighting and business challenge. The data required to operate and support any aspect of the joint logistics enterprise exists across multiple disparate information technology platforms. To enable interoperability in this many-to-many system problem, data must be mapped and harmonized into a single model to achieve a common purpose. The data needed for a transaction or decision almost always exists somewhere, but finding and accessing it takes time for training and maintaining access to many information systems. Reusing data without context in a swivel chair method introduces risks, but building and maintaining point-to-point interfaces or migrating it to a warehouse requires building and maintaining costly tailored interfaces, which require maintenance whenever any data source is updated or replaced. Establishing a standards-based exchange is the Jedi solution to the interoperability challenge. The Jedi initiative is designed to provide a simple, inexpensive, and robust capability to ensure data interoperability. It does so by minimizing the impact to each system or business process. Jedi is not a system itself, but leverages an application to work often totally transparent to the end user. Jedi provides mediation and translation of proprietary or non-standard data formats to non-proprietary, standardized formats for reuse in many scenarios. An outgrowth of this is called Jedi Plus, which leverages this approach to provide graphical and contextual information for decision support. Jedi consists of two primary components: the Jedi Engine, which provides mediation and translation of data, and Jedi Plus, which exploits the Jedi Engine to provide visualization and business analytics. Let's look first at the Jedi Engine. It is designed to support all levels of operations, from tactical to strategic. Jedi operates in the background, providing mediation, routing, translation, and storage of data within or between JLint partners and providers. The Jedi Engine is a lightweight web application that can be used to support interoperability in a many-to-many environment for each process. A single Jedi Engine can support multiple simultaneous business processes, such as enabling joint maintenance at a tactical level and reusing the data from these systems to update readiness data to a joint task force commander's operational picture. In order for Jedi to enable interoperability, it must be set up to support the specific business processes, data requirements, and producing and consuming information system or tools. A formal process is used to standardize implementation of Jedi to ensure it is well documented in order to provide 100% reusability of the interfaces and translators, ensure compliance with DoD, NATO, and international standards, and to simplify the sustainment to additional systems, tools, or process changes over time. The Jedi Engine provides the capability to exchange data between and among any system or data source. It maps the data with the contextual metadata from each source, provides the ability to extend this with reference data to provide full semantic reuse of the source data within our systems or processes. In doing so, it not only establishes interoperability between or among those systems, it also makes the data available to be discovered and shared by other systems. The Jedi Engine exchanges pertinent data agnostic of the supported processes or technologies. The Jedi Engine accesses data from systems in any form it is made available and translates it into the open standard data model. When needed, these data can be augmented with the external reference data to enhance context and translated to the preferred format for each consuming system or tool, all to minimize the impact on the existing information system. The following views provide a look under the hood of the Jedi Engine.
Through Jedi, processes, relevant data, and metadata are mapped and formally documented into a detailed specification. This formal specification supports implementation, sustainment, and future extensibility of each Jedi-enabled process, while ensuring compliance with DoD, NATO, and international standards. Now let's look at what most users will never see, the Jedi Engine web application. The Jedi Engine manages and provides an audit trail for all interactions with information systems, Jedi translators, and reference data. The Jedi team establishes each interaction with information systems as individual jobs. These jobs modularize a business process into discrete steps that, when combined, support all interactions necessary to implement this process. The Jedi Engine tracks each time a job is performed so as to give full visibility of which data were captured or provided to each system and when the interaction occurred. Jobs are scheduled within the Jedi Engine to define the tempo for interaction with systems and whether to use push or pull logic. If needed to support the process, the Jedi Engine can generate emails or notifications to users or transfer certain files between systems without translation. When jobs are performed, the Jedi Engine provides the ability to capture and store the data that were transferred during each interaction within its database. A detailed account for each interaction and access to the data in non-proprietary formats can be logged by the Jedi Engine to support troubleshooting, historical accounting, financial audits, and reuse for data visualization or analytics. At every step, Jedi prioritizes flexibility, open standards, and documentation in order to maximize reuse and simplify sustainment of each component.
Now let's look at the second component of Jedi, Jedi Plus. This component exploits the Jedi Engine to provide graphical and contextual information for decision support in a visualization and business analytics tool. The visualization capability is provided in a configurable, user-defined format. Initially designed to support an operational picture requirement, it is now being exploited to also support supply chain management. In doing so, we have begun to use the NATO term Recognized Logistics Picture, RLP, and Recognized Logistic Forecast, RLF, to describe the capability. The data visualization and analytics provided by Jedi Plus is readily configurable. It is up to the user how to best embrace this capability to utilize the power of the translator connector. In the example that follows, the solution is focused on an RLP that provides supply chain management of munitions at the JLENT level. The first view shows the global inventory status for designated munitions. The user, in this scenario a staff officer, can gain graphical and contextual information based on inventory location, status as it relates to readiness, availability, COCOM or OP plan requirement, specific munition items, or supply chain metrics. The thresholds for the color coding of items tracked can be established by the user from commander's guidance. All data displayed is notional. In this view, the staff officer wants to see the global status of AMRAAMs and types in AMRAAM in the Search by Nomenclature box. The new view provides a status by readiness, availability, and OP plan requirements for AMRAAM for each COCOM and a snapshot of the inventory metrics for the item. The map view shows the inventory location for AMRAAMs. The status for an industry inventory location shows as yellow. The staff officer clicks on a location in CONUS that shows yellow. Doing so provides a pop-up box that provides links to stock and forecasting status. The pop-up box provides inventory details for the selected inventory location. In another scenario, the staff officer wants to see the inventory for all tracked items for CENTCOM and clicks on the CENTCOM box in the left-hand column. The new view shows inventory locations in the CENTCOM AOR and a table of all CENTCOM tracked munitions with status. By clicking on an inventory location icon in Afghanistan, a pop-up box provides links to stock data. One more click on the link brings up a table of stocks and their status at that location. The next action is to drill down on the data that shows the reason the status for small diameter bombs, SDBs, are in a red status. By clicking on the associated meatballs, a table is pulled up that shows the current inventory status. Now the staff officer wants to see status per service sub-inventories within a COCOM. In this instance, for the Army within CENTCOM. He clicks on the Army tab on the left-hand column. The staff officer can then click on a pop-up box that provides a link to stock status. Clicking on the link produces a table that shows status by location for Army tracked items within CENTCOM. Returning to the landing page, the staff officer clicks on the box for metrics in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. This produces a set of updated metrics for inventory management in accordance with the DoD Supply Chain Metrics Guide. This view provides an example of the Supply Chain Guide metrics. The RLP for munitions provides visualization and data for critical munitions inventories in user configurable views. As a result, commanders and their staff have quick access to the information necessary to understand and make decisions about the critical munitions inventories. They can see the status of selected items and can drill down on the data related to those items. This enables the ability to focus on where further monitoring, adjustments, or decisions are necessary. They can see such things as where there may be imbalances among inventory points or COCOMs. They also have access to metric data that is so important for analysis and forecasting. Jedi is an application that efficiently allows for flexible, cost-effective data and process interoperability across services and partners while minimizing the impact to users, systems, business processes, or technology. It can operate in any environment and is agnostic to the data it is working with. Jedi has applicability across the total force and in many different disciplines, and is designed to solve interoperability challenges across the spectrum of systems that support the warfighter. Joint Enterprise Data Interoperability, Jedi.